Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Know the Ledge, the LockDown edition. This is where we have interviews with hip-hop heads in Botswana, around the country, around the region, and everywhere else in the world, basically. We're trying to go as far as we can because COVID-19 has us on lockdown, but we're also not trying to stay locked down. We're trying to use the lockdown effect to actually spread our wings as far and wide as we can. So as we do on Know the Ledge, we don't like to blow our guests' horns. We like for them to blow their own horns. So we don't miss anything, so we don't misspeak, you know. So my brother, let the people know who you are, let them know where you're from, let them know what you've done. Take it away, bro.
All right, let's go. Beep, 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 beep. That's my horn right there.
Dope.
Batilo Underground, Wild Wonder, actor extraordinaire, rapper with flair, straight from South Africa, Pretoria, Asheville. Like I said, I'm an actor. I've been acting for better half of 10 years. I've been rapping for just as long. And that only just makes me an OG in some youngin's eyes. So yeah, that's me.
All right, that's dope, man. And just for the people to know, this is take 2 of our conversation because I like to keep it real, 100% real.
True story.
I don't like to mince my words. I like to let people know what's going on. We tried to do this once before, and it was disastrous. Not the conversation itself, but I wasn't able to kind of translate that into something that I could present. But I'm glad you took the time just to make it happen again, just to do this one more time. I really appreciate that, bro.
Hey, man, we love hip-hop culture, and we love Know the Ledge for loving the hip-hop culture, so it is what it is.
Absolutely, man. So just to take it back, let us know how you fell in love with this thing called hip-hop. How did it happen?
I started as a fan, of course, as a youngin'. I remember I can't remember the grades. I only remember the standards here in South Africa. In South Africa, they call it a standard 2. And I just bumped into a few cats. We loved Criss Cross, and we used to dress like them. And that was around 1992. And then I think when I really started becoming like a big fan of hip hop music and really started writing lyrics was around 1998. And 2004 was when I got into studio as a professional, recording artist and started making like some music and put it down on record.
All right, that's
so
dope,
yeah,
man.
2004 since then.
All right, that does make you an OG, man. That's a long time.
That does.
I've been in hip hop more or less rapping since I stopped rapping, but I think I've been at it since the year 2000. I think that's when I wrote my first rap. Yeah. And
that's dope.
So I've been around for a little while in different.
That's right. What's up, OG?
Yeah. So how if we fast forward a little bit, how would you say has hip hop kind of made its way into what you've become today professionally, if I could take it there?
Okay, so hip hop helped in a big way because I went and I studied drama first and foremost. I think it was around about 2002 that I went to enroll for drama and film. And with hip hop, you have to think off the top of your head a lot. As a freestyling artist and a cipher, you think on the top of your head. It's a words game, it's a wordsmith game, hip hop. So it helped a lot with like improvisations at school, improv games, writing poetry, analyzing text, So I think hip hop really helped in that regard, even though it did not become like a career choice as much as the acting because of, you know, putting food on the table. But it truly helped cement the kind of character I became in terms of, like, you know, becoming an actor, a performing artist, a voiceover artist. It helped cement all of that and just like made it real for me. Yeah.
That's dope, man. So like when you're out there when you're brushing shoulders with the who's and in the acting world, like do you bring out that hip hop aspect of who you are, or do you just keep it 100, all suited up and all of that?
Hey, listen, it's a party trick, Sway. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of people going, what? You can rap? I'm like, yeah, I can rap. Listen, once upon a time, not long ago, and they're like, oh my God, you're really good. I'm like, yeah, I'm really good. I do this for real, for real. So
that's dope.
It's not something that you really hide, especially if it's like a part of who you are, man. You know what I mean? It's not something that you can really just put away and stow away and pull out whenever you really like isolate it on your own and feel like, oh man, I gotta be a new persona, I gotta be a different persona. Everybody knows, everyone I brush shoulders with knows that I'm an actor extraordinaire, rapper with flair.
That's dope, man. Real quick, I mean, having come up like in the early 2000s, it means you've pretty much lived through different iterations of the game in South Africa.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much would you say it's grown, and what are some of the challenges you think the game is still facing in the Republic?
I think the confidence levels have grown immensely in terms of like how rappers carry themselves now versus back then. I mean, it was a brand new thing. It was quite political back in the day because obviously we took it from the stance of being a conscious element, musical genre that's like an element of like, you know, just being conscious for the people. It's a youthful genre. It's a youthful game, hip hop, and the youth in South Africa. I think it was around about 1994, so 1992, when Brothers of Peace were like a serious, big clique from Cape Town doing political hip hop. And I think we just took the baton and just ran with it like that here in South Africa. But as the years went on, you sort of kind of feel like the cats have relaxed a lot more. They're talking more about everyday things, everyday struggles. There is still a huge Western influence. Still very much an MTV generation kind of influence that we getting now, an influx of that. But all in all, the confidence in the rhyming, the confidence in the subject matter, there's a lot of confidence also in just like, hey, I'm South African, so I'm going to rap in my mother tongue. You know what I mean? I mean, Jabba Man was one of the first pioneers of Motoko hip hop. And then there was Pro Kid, there was Ammunition. And so like, soon enough, over the years, the line between Kwaito and South African hip hop, or hip hop in general, because I hate using the term South African hip hop or Congolese hip hop or Nigerian hip hop is a culture. It's hip hop. God damn it.
That's what it is.
You
That's
know
what
it
is. Yeah.
So like when things started merging and things started growing, people just started feeling like confident in, you know, using the mother tongue to rap. And I think that's where we at right now. We can only go higher and higher right now. I mean, sorry, my battery was saying low battery. Damn.
Good, homie,
I mean, for a kid like Nasty C to sign to Def Jam, it's a big thing, dog. And Nasty C, as much as he's a young cat, he's also like a lyricist of sorts, you know what I mean? So that just shows you that as young as he is, he also has studied a bit in terms of the elements of hip hop, in terms of like the rhyming aspect of it, the rapping aspect of it. And he's a lyricist, man. And for him to come from South Africa in the year 2020 to sign to Def Jam USA is a big thing. We grew up listening to artists from Def Jam, dog.
Yeah.
And, you know, here's one next to us right now in South Africa, rapping in Zulu, rapping in English, young kid rubbing shoulders with the likes of A$AP Ferg. I mean, he's out there with Scarface on the Def Jam roster. God damn it!
Absolutely.
So I'm pretty happy about the way things are going with regards to hip hop.
No, dope. I remember watching Nasty C perform at one of the Back to the City festivals a few years ago. And he shut it down. Like I was blown away because I had written him off. I was like, I'm here for lyrics. But I remember just being drawn to the stage. Like, who is this kid?
Yo, this kid can rap. Like, I was there, and I think it was the very first Back to the City that he actually kind of blessed.
Yeah.
And was it the same year Sky Zoo and them were there, huh?
That's it. That's the one.
Yo, bro. So we brought out me, myself, and Yums. We brought out Sky Zoo, right? Because I wanted to do a record with Sky Zoo, and so we like kind of spoke with the guys from Back to the City. We're like, yo, we're bringing out this artist. Please get him on the roster. Okay, cool. What does that mean for us? Just put our names. It's in collaboration with Underground Productions, the studio next door. Let's do it. And we were amped because they had like 4 American like acts to bless the stage.
That's big, yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. And I remember the guys from the US were lackluster. They didn't have like a fire of thoughts, you know. Elzai was kind of, I was like, no, Elzai!
Well, it was very normal.
It was very normal, bro. Yeah. And then when Nasty C came out, the whole crowd went nuts because he was controlling them. He was bouncing with them. He was there. He was in tune with them. Oh my gosh. So I'm pretty proud about what was happening right now with regards to hip hop across Africa even.
That's dope, man. And now just to bring it home just to what's happening right now, we all know COVID-19 has us on lockdown. Yeah. Pretty much, I would say 90% of the globe is shut down at the moment. There's people fighting it, people who are protesting and whatnot. But fact of the matter is, however you look at it, we're shut down at the moment. How, first of all, you personally, how are you surviving during this time? How are you keeping yourself busy, and how are you keeping yourself creative during this period?
So I was taught while I was at drama school that there's no jack of all trades, right? You got to focus on one thing. Yeah. Jack of all trades, master of none. And then I went out into the industry and I realized that's all a lie. That's so archaic. That's so old school. We live in a world where you have to have multiple streams of income in order for you to survive, live the life that you want to live. I mean, and it also depends on how much you put into any and every single one of those streams for you to get the outcome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you work hard at everything, you'll live the way you want to live. I don't have to do a 9 to 5, dog. I don't have to do a 9 to 5 at all. So what I did was I taught myself how, firstly, you know, I'm a voiceover artist as well, you know. It's paramount that you have a setup of your own at home. It's paramount that you have internet connection. It's very important that you are able to video record yourself on a black or white background screen, send it out to clients, pictures, videos. I'm sure you noticed my Instagram now since I've been like on lockdown. You see a lot more pictures. My Instagram and my Facebook has a lot more pictures in black and white. That's because I shoot my own pictures and I edit my own stuff. So
those are dope, by the way.
Thanks, cousin. So during this whole lockdown, during the whole shutdown, I've noticed that I'm working a lot more with technology and people on the other side of the line, just the way I'm speaking with you.
Yeah.
I'm sending clients across the world, across, you know, South Africa, voices that I record myself and I send it out there. And mind you, I don't need to edit them or anything. They'll do the final touches on everything. But as long as it's good quality recordings, they'll be able to work with that. And that's exactly what I offer them. And, you know, I've realized that there's like a mini, a new industry that's forming. actors are like shooting their own miniseries
Yeah.
on their phones.
Yeah.
They're shooting commercials. They're shooting inserts on their phone. Everyone is connecting via IG Live now. It's all about how you decide to curate your own content and how you put it out there so that the people are able to lap it all up. And I mean, it's not like a matter of just putting up a camera and just sitting there. Hi, I'm Batsile. I've got nothing to talk about. I just want you to look at me and tell me what you think about how I look and my background and whatever. No, it's really forcing us right now to sit down, dig deep into our brains and come out with some really good, relevant content so that people who are sitting at home, who are critical of entertainment, who are looking for entertainment, but are also critical of the kind of entertainment that's given to them, how are they going to take that? Are they going to lap it up, or are you just going to be a dud? So it's really forcing us to just sit down, think hard about what we need to do. And I'm very happy about the space that we're in, to be honest with you. I'm able to, work on my procrastination and just, bang things out, man. I'm working. I'm happy.
Now, that's dope. That's fresh, man. And I mean, you're a hip hop artist to the core, right? And
right.
Where I know there's no line per se. It's more like a gray area between the love, between the passion, between what brings the bread in and what you do for where in the next 5 years, for example, right? Yeah. How would you want to kind of demarcate that line and see yourself within this spectrum?
Oh, man, that's been the bane of my existence is just finding that out. It's just been so difficult. Because, as much as I love hip-hop and rap music and the culture of it, I live it. I must be honest with you. I live hip-hop from, the way I write, the way I speak, the kind of music I bang in the house, the kind of knowledge of self that I try to present to myself and my family. That for me is hip hop culture. Survival instinct kicks in when you have to find a way to live within your means and how to create an income. And I think, finding a way to gel the two worlds and merge them has just been quite difficult because people have been able to create borders around both of these. Oh, you're an actor. Oh, you're just a rapper. Oh, you're just this. There's no way. There's no fluid movement between the two. And to be honest with you, when people see me as an actor, they quickly write me off as being a rapper. They're like, nah, he can never rap. Look at this guy. He plays this kind of character and that kind of, he can never rap. You know what I mean? And vice versa. As a rapper, if you're trying to get into the acting world, they're like, look at this rapper trying to act. You know what I mean? So finding a way to merge the worlds has been a difficult one from the beginning. But the cool thing about all of that, in the next 5 years, the underground, I like to call it underground. I don't think it's ever been underground. The underground scene is just another part. It's a subgenre of like the core hip hop. Because now there's pop, hip hop, there's trap, and there's all sorts, whatever. But that common denominator has always been that boom bap, that underground flavor, the core hits. Love the hip hop for that. And I think that's a niche that everyone has forgotten and hasn't really, gotten into, save for the people that we love the most, the De La Souls, the Nasas, or whatever, who still perform throughout Europe and throughout Africa and whatever. So if I can find a way to really cut deep into that line, into that space, and bring my acting prowess into it, I think that would make for a big bang. If you look at battle rap culture, especially in the USA, because that's the birthplace of hip hop.
Indeed.
If you look at the battle rap culture there, it's theatrical as fuck. Am I allowed to swear? Sorry.
Hey man, it's no the ledge, man.
So like, if you look at that culture, it's theatrical as fuck. Dudes are coming out like, what, bang, 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 3 shots, this and that. You know what I mean? They're there to reel you into what they're saying. It's not just about the words, but it's about the performance.
Yes.
And everything else is tied up with a story because it's 3 rounds. The first round is the intro. Second round is the body, blah, blah, blah. The third is the conclusion, the end, death for my opponent. And I think we could learn a lot from that. We can't just write off whether you're an actor or whether you're a rapper. Merge the two and you'll see fire. Trust me.
That's dope, man. And I know you've got a battle rap league that you're backing out there in South Africa, and I cannot wait. Like you said, once this lockdown is lifted, I cannot wait to kind of like come through and bring some of the boys that are from out here that are doing their thing, just so they can experience a whole different aspect to it, you know, because out here, I mean, like, you're going. I was gonna say, here we're kind of experiencing a little bit of a slowdown, you know, because everybody's battled everybody, you know, everybody knows what type of MC the next person is. So like people are just chilling, and I feel like it's time that we start kind of like regionally, just, you know, we start bumping heads and really get people to get back into that sport properly. You know what I mean? Because I'm all about that sport, man. Yeah.
So like with regards to my battle league, which is all caps battle circuit, it's based in Pretoria. It's for Pretoria. That doesn't mean that, you know, we isolating heads from anywhere else across the country or across the continent. It's just that I'm giving it the name all caps for Pretoria because I'm such a patriot like that. You know, I've had other battle leagues that have had like your likes of Osama bin Chaplin, the likes of Blaine, you know, Elder Street Poet. I've you know, cats have come out here and battled them. But what I'm trying to bring as all caps is fundamentally merging battle rappers from across the continent. And getting them to battle on my league in Pretoria. So I get a cat from Botswana and a cat from Lesotho to battle on my league in Pretoria in South African soil. Get a guy from Ghana, get a guy from Nigeria, get them to battle on my league in Pretoria. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just another way I'm trying to merge and consolidate everyone and put them in one space. That it's not just about Johannesburg and Pretoria, not just about Botswana versus South Africa, not just about Lesotho versus South Africa, but that we can also become the middle ground for every other part, a meeting battleground basically for other continents or other country or I don't know, other planets.
Yeah, let's take it there. Why not?
You know, why not? You know what I'm saying? If Goku can have that, you know, whatever. You know
what I'm saying? I'm with you, fam. All right, man. I can't wait for that. And just to start to wrap up our conversations, what do you have out at the moment, and what can we expect from you in the near future, and how can the people get access to your product? And I mean, when I say product, I mean all products.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, you know, I'm such an old school head. I had to learn the internet all over again. I had to learn the internet all over again. But so far, I feel like I wanted to make this my last year of creating any sort of music, and then COVID-19 hit. So I think I might just extend that for a little while.
Oh, thank goodness.
So far, I've got a friend, Titch, Ziggy Phantom. He's from Zim. He's got a record label, Phantom Records, and he sort of kind of asked me to be one of the guys to be on and to create a project for him. I think it's about like a 7-track EP of sorts. You played the first John on there. What's my name on your show?
Yes,
Know the Ledge. Thank you so much. Big shout out to you for that.
Anytime, brother.
That's like the first of many projects that I've really got stashed. There's a homeboy of mine, 13, who's got, you know, acclaim with making beats for the likes of EMC, making beats for dudes in Washington, you know, obviously because, you know, the USA is sort of like a template. We send our beats that way. And if you're thriving out there, that means, you know, there's some level of growth, you know, there's a bar. There's a project that I'm going to drop with 13 later this year, depending on how quickly this COVID-19 goes. But I think I'm just going to do it ASAP anyway. As well, as soon as Titch's project drops, I'm also going to drop that with 13. I'm also working on my final project. I felt like calling it Autumn Leaves, but like everything is also characterized. I don't know if you heard my project Vices. That's
yes.
Yeah, Vices is very.
I saw some visuals you did for that.
Yeah. There's also some visuals for that. Yeah. What do you call this thing? It was a concept project.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Vices was a concept project. It was meant to sound a certain way, to look a certain way, and I felt like I needed to continue in that trajectory. So the next project that I'm doing is called Autumn Leaves, and I'm playing a character named Autumn, and basically as Autumn, I'm leaving the game, and that's, you know, the way I'm putting it, you know, together. But autumn leaves are falling, so is leaves leaving. I don't know if that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense, fam. Makes a lot of sense. Double entendre. Super dope.
Yeah.
I hope it drops in autumn too.
Hey man, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be nuts. I'm thinking of, but we're in autumn now, so in South Africa, so I'm like, damn, that defeats the purpose. Maybe next year I might drop it next year in autumn.
Hey, you never know. Yeah. I know, fresh.
Yeah. That's still in the works. That's still very much on the concept stages. We got about 4 or 5 tracks. So yeah, that's coming up.
All right, that's dope, man. And your socials, real quick.
Oh yeah. If you go on Instagram, that's the one I usually use a lot. Look for at B.O.Y WONDER, as you say it. But the Y is obviously the letter Y. So B.O.Y WONDER. If you go on my Facebook, just simply search for B.O.Y WONDER. My page should pop up. Hit a like when you're there. And just check out my website, boywonder.co.za.
All right, that's dope, man. All right, man. So I think that's it from us. We've kept you for so long, and we do appreciate the time. And
no problem.
Like I said, like you said, like we've said, as soon as this period passes, hey, man, if you're not the first to come here, I'm definitely gonna come down, and then we're gonna kick it, and we're gonna see what's what, and we're gonna make something happen.
Yo, Eddie, I know COVID-19 still has a long way to go, but as soon as the lockdowns and the bans are lifted, I cannot wait to see people face to face. Just share a joke, share a beer or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we've learned a lot about just the fundamental things, you know, the most essential things, and that they're not the most some of the most intricate stuff, but it's the most basic stuff, like just someone else's face. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Hectic.
Wow.
All right, man.
All right, brother.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for having this convo. Thank you so much for connecting with us. We do appreciate it. Best of luck and God bless in everything that you do. And we will be definitely checking out everything that you're putting out and supporting all the work that you are in. And yeah, man, that's it from us, ladies and gentlemen. That was Know the Ledge for this week. And we will catch up again next week with another really cool conversation. Peace.
Peace.
I just spread like a disease, like a sneeze, airborne, infecting every frequency. Currency already seen since 1983. From the belly, such a beast, such energy. Last born out of 4 that form from the core. Say, yeah, he a god, he gon' get it all. Yeah.